I cannot get enough about talking about my current hyperfixations, hobbies, everything like that. And one of my current hyperfixations, which I hate, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to call it that in any sort of disrespectful way, but one of them has been the rosary, more specifically like praying the rosary. And in doing so, actually today I happened to gather as many rosaries as I could find. I'm sure I have more technically in my like collection of collections, because I used to like collect them when I was younger, but I cannot find any of those older rosaries. A lot of them also were like smaller and really tiny for my little child hands, but unfortunately a lot of them don't know where they went. But I have gotten out as many as I've gotten out over the years, which is more so been at like within the last like 10 years or so. So I'm excited to show you. But first off, I wanted to show you one of the most important ones, or symbolic ones, as of like all time recent. And this is actually the rosary I got from Mass during Ash Wednesday this year. I found out like 1 or 2 days before Ash Wednesday that Lent was going to start. So I was like, you know what, maybe that's my sign to start. Because sometimes I'll find out Lent started after the fact and I'm like, too late. But this year I found out beforehand. So I was like, well, maybe that's my sign to go. So I went to Mass on Lent, and then we looked through they have like little baskets of free rosaries, so I went to look at the ones they had, and I chose this purple one. It has these pearl-like finished plastic purple long Hail Mary beads over here, and then they have these like crystal looking like acrylic plastic purple beads. But I wanted to choose purple because usually at Lent everything in the church is like purple or covered in purple. So I wanted to keep that theme. And I do also love purple. I love this rosary, and it's really important to me because this is the one that I started praying when Lent started, when I got back into my faith, when I started to make a commitment about praying every day. Like, this was my go-to, and I still love this one. I actually have not been using her enough, funny enough, recently, but I've also been making a lot of rosaries recently, which you will see at the very end or towards the end of the collection video. But the next one I wanted to show real quick is actually technically a Seven Sorrows rosary. So this is a little different from a regular rosary with 5 decades. These have like 7 beads 7 times. I don't know if you would call it like a decade or what, but it's a different, it's different. It goes over the 7 sorrows of the Virgin Mary, and I have literally like a pamphlet on how to read it, or like a booklet on how to read it. I just need to do it. I actually feel bad because I haven't prayed with it yet, but I'm like, I don't know why I'm like nervous to, but when I'm ready I will do it. But this is also one that I got for free at church, if I didn't already mention that. These next two I'm showing are some of the oldest rosaries I could find of mine, and I'm pretty sure I got these at church when I was younger, going to catechism. I'm looking at this one now and I'm like, wait, like this is so hard to even tell which. Okay, regardless, these are 2 plastic rosaries. One of them is a good old, I'm pretty sure this is a glow in the dark. Let me see. I'm gonna put this up to the light. I'm gonna put this up to the light for a little bit, and then I'm gonna like, okay, wait. I would say so. I need to like warm it up a lot more. But this other rosary right here, I feel like we probably made these for like Sunday school. So that's probably when I made this. Like, and if I did make this myself, I do not know why I chose these colors and put them in that order. Like, are you for real? Those are... Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be glow in the dark. It's not working so much as well right now, but I wouldn't also even be surprised if maybe even my grandma gave this to me. But I don't know, it's hard to say. I'm pretty sure this part also comes off, but I'm scared to do that because I used to do that all the time when I was younger, and it's definitely not supposed to come off like that. But this is like a good old-fashioned, like I was actually looking for one of these not too long ago. Could not find one for the life of me. Like in person though. But yeah, this is like an old one. I should one of these days just pray with it, just for the old time's sake. I don't even think I ever prayed with this when I was younger, but so I was probably like in 2nd grade or younger. So what is that? Like 7 and 8, I think. Regardless, okay. We're getting some more backstories on some of these. Okay. This next one, I got this while I was in the hospital for being absolutely crazy and insane in 2022, more specifically, I'm pretty sure. I actually counted the beads on this not too long ago, though, and realized it literally has an extra bead. Let me double check which one it is. Yeah, it might honestly be this one right here. Wait, 2, 3. Yeah, this last decade here has 11 beads instead of 10. Regardless, I just need to like go to like a jeweler and just ask them if they can fix that, honestly, because I don't want to like trash this. You know, it reminds me of the time I was literally crazy, and you know what, I survived that, so that should be iconic as is. This next one has been in my car, so it's actually quite faded. I think it's one of those that are originally smelly, but this is like, I'm pretty sure a rosary from Jerusalem. My mom has a lot of coworkers that will always like just go there randomly, and then or they'll go to like the Vatican and they'll just like pick up and buy rosaries and then give them to my mom, which also includes this next one. This is one of them. I want to say that this might even be blessed by Pope Francis. Oh, this smells so good. For some reason, to me, the smell of like some of these rosaries that smell, I want to say they're supposed to smell like roses, reminds me of my grandma who passed away. And this is probably about the same color that other one I just showed you probably used to be, but again, I've been showing it. This is another one that I'm pretty sure is blessed by Pope Francis. And I want to say both of these are from like the Vatican, or is this where it's from? I don't know. Can anyone tell me? I don't know. I feel bad. It's just because my mom's just randomly giving them to me, and she's like, here, have this. Okay. Let's see. This is her. She's just a regular chain, and she's this deep cherry red. And then this is another one, actually technically more so recently, that my mom gave me, but it's in one of these. And I don't know, I really don't want to say some of these are blessed by the Pope, because although I feel like I'm pretty sure my mom does say that, I just don't want to give out false information. But another like same one, but white. I feel like this one doesn't really have that much of a smell, though, I will say. Well, let me see. Kind of. I don't know, actually. It's kind of hard to tell. Regardless, these next 3 rosaries are all rosaries I actually got while I was in the Philippines, like last month. And I got these at 2 of them at the Santo Niño Church, Basilica Church in Cebu City. And then the other one I got in like a more smaller town, province area, at one of the local markets, and it's kind of has a funny backstory. But regardless, this is the first rosary. It's chain, and it has these pink beads, and these beads are so smooth. Like, I actually love the feeling of these beads so much. I actually love praying with this rosary. And it has a Santo Niño centerpiece. I love this one. I really do. And all of these ones from the Philippines actually have been blessed during Mass by the priest. This is another one. So the beads have little like crosses on them, and they're purple. Oh my, there's like a little piece of tape on one of these beads. And then I'm pretty sure this is a picture of like Divine Mercy Jesus, I want to say, I think. Anyways, but yeah, this one's pretty cool. Has these little silver beads that I've actually been like tarnishing, because I used to wear this at night when I was in the Philippines, like so that when I'd wake up it'd remind me to pray it. But this next one is a one that I got in town at a market, and the funny thing about it's like a wooden one. I actually really love this one. Very nice like feel, has plenty of space like to space out to really like go on to the next bead. It's a nice amount of spacing for the Our Father versus the Hail Mary beads. Like, I like it when there's a big space there. But no real Mary centerpiece, but that's okay. And then like this wooden cross. The funny thing about this though is when I was buying it, they had like he had a stack of them or whatever, or like a whole bunch of them, and I counted the beads on them. I kid you not, I probably went through 4 different rosaries before landing on one that had the correct amount of beads. So just make sure if you buy a rosary, especially like a handmade one, and no shade, no tea, please count the beads to make sure they're correct. Anyways, these next 5 are the last 5 besides these. These are like, there's a car rosary here, and then like 4 bracelets I want to show y'all. But I have 5 more rosaries. These are all ones that I have made personally myself. So the first one that I made that I really enjoyed so much that I had to like make it and keep it for myself is this one. She is just gorgeous. The only thing is that for the crucifix and the centerpiece, it's supposed to be gold, but as you can see, it is tarnished quite a bit because yes, I do pray the rosary, okay? Like, this is my proof, because I swear it's because I'm like, anyways, I don't know. But I love her. She's all glass beads, so she's got some pretty good, healthy, hefty weight to her, I'd say. But I love how big these Our Father beads are, these heart Our Father beads. And not only that, but they're like kind of marble looking. These next 2, I'll just show at the same time. I made both of these on Easter Day, and not only that, but I went to Mass that morning and I got them blessed at Mass on Easter Day, and then I prayed both of these actually for the first time on Easter Day. So these are like my Easter rosaries. But this first one right here is, they're pink crackle beads with these really cute pearl plastic spacer beads, and then these tulip Our Father beads. Did I say that already? I feel like I repeated myself somewhere when I was talking just then. And then I have these silver rosary centerpiece and crucifix, and I got these centerpieces and crucifixes actually while I was in the Philippines. They were like just hanging around, and I was like, wait, when I get back home, like, I'm gonna want to make those, so I'm gonna buy those. So I did. So that's the first one. And then this next one, I feel like they both definitely just spring, like, or scream spring vibes. This next one has purple crackle Hail Mary beads, and then the small pearl spacer beads, and the butterfly Our Father beads, and then centerpiece and crucifix that is silver from the Philippines. And honestly, I love alone this style of rosaries. I'll have to explain it maybe in my next video or in a different video, but simple enough. These 3 plastic pearl beads, like, it's just, there's something about it. It like just itches my brain. And then so these last 2 are ones that I made within the last few days. Wait, oh my. Okay. This is the second to last one, but this one has these glass beads, lightish pink, and then these pink matte or light pink matte heart Our Father beads. And I knotted these, and not only did I knot them, but I knotted them using pink nylon cord. And some of the knots eat, some of the knots not so much. Anyway, sorry. I really am working on trying to improve my knots, but sometimes it's so hard. But I think out of all the ones I've made, this one probably has some of the best spacing out of all the knotted rosaries like this that I've made. I'm really not good at the knots, and it does take me, I feel like, 10 times longer than when I just make like a regular beaded rosary. And then I use these really cute crucifix or cross and Mary, I want to say this is a Lady of Guadalupe even centerpiece, but I'm curious to know if this will tarnish or not, so I'm gonna pray with this more and really get down to it before I start making them and selling them using those centerpieces. And then, okay, wait, And then this is the last one and most recent one that I've gotten or saved / made myself. But it's another one starting with the same centerpiece and cross. I use the pink nylon cord. Check out the amazing knots. I'm kidding, but they're kind of good. Anyways, then I used a cute sequence of beads here to separate the Our Father beads, as well as white glass beads and these matte pink beads spacing out all of the Hail Mary beads. And then the Our Father beads are like these flower beads that really remind me of cherry blossoms. And then this is like the entire rosary. I feel like she's so like, yes, she's pretty long and everything, but she's also very just so dainty and cute. And I really do love her. She feels very elegant, very girly, very cutesy. And I actually really adore this one. I'm trying to figure out like a good style of like what kind of rosaries should I make or how should I like make them look like, but I'm really liking the overall vibes of all three of these, which I feel like are also very similar to one of the people who really inspired me to get into it, which I would say is Catholic Charms on TikTok. I think that's her name. Anyways, she has really cute ones, but I definitely try to like make the rosaries I make in the color palette that I love. And if you can't tell, I love pink and purple. So I really try to stick with those colors and make ones that I would genuinely like. And I do use the rosaries I have been buying and the rosaries that I've made because I genuinely do want to see like how good they are, how they feel when I'm really big on when I pray a rosary, how does it feel when I pray it? I am like a very like tactile person, I feel like, so it always means a lot to me to just really go through and feel how they are. But anyways, these next rosaries I'm going to show are this, first off, this card one that I got. It's just 1 decade with these square beads. It has a little thing to screw this on so that it can stay together on your car, and it has the Santo Nino. I got this at the Santo Nino church also in Cebu City. But there's that card rosary, and then I have these 4 bracelets. First off, I want to say this is like a glass bead. It has a single decade plus like some of the beginning beads that you would find on a normal rosary, and the little, can you see the little cross, crucifix, and Santo Nino charm. And then I have 3 pearl bracelets. This is the one I've been wearing religiously. This is probably one of my absolute favorite items I got while on my trip to the Philippines, and it has real freshwater pearls, love, and you can tell I've been wearing it so much that tarnish is real. And I love these charms it comes with. First off, a cute heart charm. I love hearts. I love the Santo Nino charm, and then such a beautiful little cross. Only thing is I need to find a new jump ring for it because my cousin used this one as a temporary one, and I want to get like a smaller one. Anyways, I have an extra one just in case if something happens to that one, because again, this is like my favorite bracelet. It just has a little bit of different beads right here, but it's basically the same thing. And then this is another this is another one. It's a different one, and I feel like it'd be more of a looser bracelet, but it also has pearls on it, freshwater pearls apparently. And yeah, I don't know, there's just something beautiful about these, so I wanted to get as many as I could. So those are all the rosary stuff I have. The only last thing I was going to show is basically these prayer guide things. I got some of these in the Philippines, and some of them like even have pictures related to the different mysteries. This is one in another language. I want to say this is either in Bisaya or Tagalog, but I want to say Bisaya, and it's how to pray that in that language. So I'm like, one of these days I need to like legitimately learn that, because YOLO. Anyways, and then this is like the OG one that I like using actually, and it's in these little plastic baggies, including the plastic bag that I got my first rosary that I showed at the very beginning. But it has a nice little like how to pray the rosary, and it gives you in plain simple English all of the prayers, and then the little guide on how to pray it, and then also all the mysteries on this back page. And it's very simple, and this is probably like my favorite guide and instructions to how to pray it, because it's very like simple and like, okay, gotcha, like that's easy for me, at least for me. Okay, everybody's different anyways, because some, I don't know, some guides make you like add like 10 times more prayers, and I'm like, where are these coming from? Which is, it's a good, like, more prayers, more graces from God, but I don't know, sometimes it's like, I just want to go, and in the worst way possible, and I'm sorry. Anyways, those are my collection of rosaries. I'm not gonna lie, but I would definitely say the ones that I have made are probably some of my favorite. All of these have been using, like, glass beads, yet are just so beautiful, so me, with all the flowers, the hearts, you know, even the ones with like butterflies and everything. Like, this is just so shouts like my vibe, and I really do love these. I love these. I do want to make some plastic ones so I can get ones that are like more lightweight and portable, but I do love all of these beautiful, beautiful rosaries. I hope you like this collection video. I'm sorry this is like 20 minutes long. Like, that's insane. But I needed something to share my hyperfixation with. Sometimes I need to get it out of my system. Okay, I hope you like it. Please let me know which one is your favorite of mine. Or share, if you can share pictures. I don't know. Can you do that in the YouTube comments? Regardless, tell me what's your favorite rosary and what it looks like. All right, I love you. Have a fabulous, fabulous day. Pray the rosary. Pray a rosary tonight. Pray a decade. Pray 10 Hail Marys. You'll be solid. Okay, thank you. Love you. Okay, bye.